when you get left naked and alone, you do what your evolutionary roots tell you to do. You return to tribe. And that's what's happening all around the world. There's this rise of populism, a rise of tribalism. I was covering Europe in 1989 to 1995, and I covered all this amazing stuff. I covered the fall of the Berlin Wall, German reunification, the end of communism in the Soviet Union, the end of apartheid in South Africa, the Oslo peace process, the Maastricht Treaty uniting Europe. And it was just all good news. And then there was one little event at the end, which was the Yugoslav Civil War. I didn't really pay much attention to it. But in retrospect, the Yugoslav Civil War was the most important event I covered because it prefigured what has come since, which is a rise of separatism, a rise of tribalism, and a rise of polarization. And so now the populists have come forth with a tribal mentality. We have what they call negative polarization. People don't like their parties. They hate the other parties. And so they're driven more by hatred. The tribalists have a powerful mentality, which is an us-them mentality. It's a scarcity mentality. If you think there's a world of abundance, then there's enough to share. But if you go in with a scarcity mentality, then life is a zero-sum conflict between one group and another. It's a warrior mentality. Politics is war. Ideas are combat. Society is tribal. And in my view, both of the major parties are being overtaken by a scarcity mindset, which turns them into zero-sum ways of seeing the world, tribal identities, organizations of hatred, and endless conflict. Mistrust being their worldview. And if you want to look at what's happening in these last few days, we have this issue of guns and gun violence. In theory, in a healthy society, an emotionally healthy society, and in a non-tribal society, it should be reasonably easy to come up with some compromise that will help keep guns away from lonely boys who want a lot of attention without infringing on gun rights. There are a lot of things that are quite popular, but we don't live in a society where we can actually talk about issues because every issue fight has become a proxy in a big culture war between two tribes. Whether it's global warming, climate change, healthcare, guns, it's not about the issues, it's not about the merits, it's not about having a debate about the evidence, it's about which side is my tribe on and why we need to crush the other side. So it seems very likely that nothing's going to get done out of that.